Hello friends and my dear students, I welcome you all to my channel. I hope you are all well and your studies are also going on well. So this is part 2 video on the chapter of percentage where I will complete and solve, where I will solve the remaining problems of exercise 9A, that is problem number 11 to problem number 23. In the previous video part 1, I discussed about uh, preview concepts of percentage that we have already learned in your from your previous class, that is 7, and also solved the problems number 1 to 10. If you have not watched that video, I strongly suggest that you also watch that video to maintain the continuity of your study on the chapter of percentage. So this video is part of the playlist CBSE Maths for class 8 following the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. If you are new to my channel or not yet subscribed, and if you are watching my videos for the first time or visiting my channel for the first time, I strongly suggest and request that you please support me by subscribing to my channel, and also please do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So let's get started with this video. Okay, so I have the problems from exercise 9A on the left hand side. There are problems I will solve. Problem number 11 to 23. 11 to 23. So these are based on the concepts of percentages that you have already studied or learned in your previous class, that is class 7. On the right hand side, I will solve the problems. After solving the problems, I will pause for a few seconds so that you can take a screenshot of the solution if you think it will help you. So let's start solving the problem. Problem number 11. It says that a football team wins 7 games, which is 35% of the total games played. How many games were played in all? So a football team wins 7 games, which is 35% of the total games played. So 35% of the total games played is given to be 7 games. Okay. So let total games played, let total games played be bx. This implies number of it is given that 7 the football team wins 7 games, so number of wins is equal to given to be 35% of x. It is said that a football team wins 7 games, which is 35% of the total games. So the number of wins is 35% of x, where we have assumed total games played is x. Now 35% of x is 35% means 35 by 100. So 35 by 100 of x. So this is equal to, on off operator means multiplication. So 35 by 100 multiplied by x, this is 35 x by 100. Okay. Now it is given that the number of wins is 7. So this implies 35 x by 100 is equal to 7. So this implies from here we can solve x. X is equal to 7 divided by 35 by 100, which is equal to 7 multiplied by 100 divided by 35. So this is 20. So the total games played is 20. Okay, let's do problem number 12. Amit was given an increment of 20% on his salary. If his new salary is 30,600, what was his salary before the increment? Okay, so whatever quantity the problem asks, the standard method way is to assume that quantity to be the unknown variable. So we assume let salary before increment, let salary before increment be rupees X. Now it is said that Amit was given an increment of 20% on his salary. So this implies 20%, 20%. So this implies we know that there is an increment or increment of 20% on his salary, which means the new salary after increment will be 20% more. So that salary after increment is 20% more than before, that is than before increment. So this implies that salary after increment is equal to 20% more, means 100 plus 20% of the previous salary, that is X, as we have assumed the salary before increment to be rupees X. So salary after increment will be equal to 100 plus 20% of rupees X. This is equal to 120% of rupees X. This is equal to 120% means 120 divided by 100, and off operator means multiplication. So we have this equal to rupees 120 by 100 multiplied by X. Now if his new salary, the new salary, that is salary after increment, is also given to be 30,600. So this implies we can say that 120 multiplied by X divided by 100 is equal to 30600. This implies X is equal to 30600 multiplied by 100 divided by 120. Okay, so now we have to solve this. 1 0 cancels, 1 0 cancels, and I guess 12 will divide 306 to 24, 65, 250. So this is equal to 25000, that is 25,000. So the salary before increment was 25,000 rupees, 25,000. Okay, let's do problem number 13. Sonal attended her school on 204 days in a full year. If her attendance is 85%, find the number of days on which the school was opened. Sonal attended her school on 204 days in a full year. So, out of the total number of days the school was open, Sonal attended 204 days, and it is also given that her attendance was 85%. So, find the number of days the school was open. Okay, so let the school was open for X days. Now this implies Sonal attended, her attendance is given to be 85%. So Sonal attended 85% of X days. So this is equal to 85% of X means 85 by 100 multiplied by X days. Okay. Now it is also given that Sonal attended 204 days. So this implies 85 multiplied by X divided by 100 is equal to 204. So this implies x is equal to 204 multiplied by 100 divided by 85. This is equal to, after cancellation, 5 16. 5 divides 85, 1, 17, 20, and 17 divides 204 with 12. So this is equal to 240. X is 240. Okay. So the total number of days the school was open was 240, and out of these 240 days, the attendance Sonal attended 204 days, which is 85%. Okay. Let's do question number 14. A's income is 20% less than that of B. By what percent is B's income more than A's? Okay. Okay. So A's income is 20% less than that of B. So let income of B be X. It is given that A's income is 20% less than that of B. This means that A's income 20% less means A's income will be 100 minus 20% of B's income, which means of X, because we have assumed X to be the income of B. So this is equal to 80% of X, and this is equal to 80 by 100 multiplied by X. This is equal to 8x by 10. If you further simplify 8 by 10, it becomes 4x by 5. 4x by 5. So B's income is assumed to be X. Then A's income is, in terms of X, is 4x by 5. Now it has asked by what percentage is B's income more than A's. By what percentage is B's income more than A's? Now the percentage will be calculated based on A's income. So this implies B's income. How much more is B's income? B's income is 4x by how much? 4x by 5. A's income is 20% less than that of B. So A's income will be 100 minus 20% of B, that is X, 80% of X. Okay. A's income is, okay. So B's income is B's income is X, and A's income is 4x by 5. So how much is B's income more than A? So B's income is X minus 4x by 5 more than A's income. So this implies B's income is X minus 4x by 5 is X by 5 more than A's income. Now we have to find what percent. So the question is what percent is x by 5 of A's income, that is 4x by 5. So the question is then, so this implies B's income is, we have to find what is the percentage, by what percent is x by 5 of A's income, that is 4x by 5. So which will be B's income is x by 5 divided by 4x by 5 into 100% more than A. This is equal to, if you simplify x by 5 divided by 4x by 5 multiplied by 100, this is equal to x multiplied by 5, 5 multiplied by 4x multiplied by 100. This is the percentage. This is equal to 5 cancels out, x cancels out, so 25% more than A's income. So B's income is 25% more than A's income. Okay, let's do problem number 15. It is given that the price of petrol goes up by 10%. By how much percent must a motorist reduce the consumption of petrol so that the expenditure on it remains unchanged? Okay. So, by how much percent must a motorcyclist reduce the consumption of petrol so that the expenditure on it remains unchanged? So we have we have to assume the consumption of petrol by the motorist. So let motorist consumption of petrol is, let's say, x liter. The price of petrol goes up by 10%. We don't know the price, and we also don't know by how much percent must a motorist consumption of petrol. We also don't know the consumption of the petrol by the motorist. So we have to, we can assume two things. That is, let motorist consumption of petrol is x liter, and also and price of petrol is, let's say, y, rupees y per liter. Capital L stands for liter. So we have assumed two things. We have assumed first is that the motorist consumes x liter of petrol, and that the price of the petrol is rupees y per liter. Okay. Now, so this implies expense becomes expense of motorist will be equal to consumption multiplied by the price of the petrol, that is x multiplied by y. This much rupees is the expense on the petrol. The motorist is consuming x liter as per our assumption, and the price of the petrol is rupees y per liter. So, the cost of x liter is rupees x into y. So, this is the expense of the motorist. Now, after the price, new price new petrol price uh, will be equal to, is given that the price of the petrol goes up by 10%. So the new petrol price will be 100 plus 10% of rupees y per liter. So this is equal to, we can say this will be equal to 110% of rupees y per liter. This is equal to, we can say, rupees 110% of y becomes 110 divided by 100 multiplied by y. So this much rupees per liter is the new price of the petrol. Now this implies new expense is equal to uh, so that the expenditure on it remains unchanged. So the initial expenditure was x into y. Initial expense was x into y, and it is saying that keeping the initial expense, keeping the expense same, the motorists have to reduce the consumption of petrol, where the new price of the petrol uh, is rupees 110 by 100 into y. So this is equal to rupees, if you simplify 110 by 100 into y, it is rupees 11y by 10 per liter. Okay, now we have to find the new consumption of the motorist, new consumption of petrol, so that the price remains same. So this implies new consumption of petrol to keep expense same will be, the expense will be same, that is rupees x into y divided by the new petrol price, which is rupees 11y by 10 per liter. So this becomes equal to if you simplify, rupees gets cancels out, and we have y also cancels out, and we have 10 into x into y divided by 11y, this much liter. This is equal to y cancels out, we have 10x by 11 liter. So this has to be the new consumption of petrol, so that the expense of the motorist remains the same as the previous one, that is, the expense remains to be x into y, rupees x into y. Okay, and the previous expense and the previous consumption of petrol was x liter. So this implies reduce in petrol consumption earlier it was x liter, and now the new consumption is 10x by 11 liter. Definitely 10x by 11 liter is less than x liter. So reduced in petrol consumption is equal to x minus 10x by 11 liter, which is equal to x by 11 liter. So this is the reduce in petrol consumption. Now we have to compute what percentage is this, is x by 11 liter of the initial consumption, that is x liter. So now we have to find, so the question is, this implies percentage reduce of petrol consumption percentage reduce of petrol consumption will be equal to the reduce in petrol consumption is x by 11 liter, and this is so, and the earlier consumption was x liter. So we have to find what is the percentage of x by 11 liter based on x liter, which will be x by 11 liter divided by x liter multiplied by 100. So this much percentage. If you compute, if you simplify, it becomes this is equal to x by 11 into x into 100 percentage. This is equal to x is cancels out. This is equal to 100 by 11 percentage, and this is equal to this is a an improper fraction. So in mixed fraction it will be 9 and 1 by 11. So 9 and 1 by 11 percentage of reduction in petrol consumption has to be done by the motorist, so that the expense remains unchanged after the price of petrol goes up by 10%. So this is the answer. Okay. Let's do problem number 16. The population of a town increases by 8% annually. If the present population is 54,000, what was it a year ago? So the population in a year, it says that in 1 year the population increases by 8%. And so if the present population is 54,000, what was the population a year ago? So let population a year ago was X. So this implies population now has to be 10%, 8% more than what it was 1 year ago, which was X. So population now will be 8% more than X. That is equal to 8% more than X. This is equal to 100 plus 8% of X. This is equal to 108% of X. This is equal to 108 by 100 multiplied by X. So this is the population now. That is the present population, and it is also given that the present population is 54,000. So this implies 108 divided by 100 multiplied by X is equal to 54000. So this implies X is equal to 54000 divided by 108 by 100. This is equal to 5400 multiplied by 100 divided by 108. Now we have to simplify this. 4 divides 125, 4 divides 108 with 27, and 27 divides 5400 with 200. So 200 multiplied by 20, which is equal to 5000. 200. Oh, it was 54,000. So this will be 2,000 and this will be 50,000. Okay. So the population 1 year ago was 50,000, and and since it increases 8% annually, the present population is given to be 54,000. Okay, let's do problem number 17. Uh, the value of a machine depreciates every year by 20%, that is, in decreases by 20% every year. If the present value of the machine be 1,60,000, what was its value last year? So it is very similar to the problem number 16. So I am not doing problem number 17 as skipping, because similar to question 16. The question 16, it was increasing by 8%, and this time in question 17 it is decreasing by 20%. So instead of it will be, so the new population, present population will be 100, and 100 minus 20% of the previous population, and the previous population you can assume to be x, and then you can solve it as we did for problem 16. Let's do problem number 18. It is said that an alloy contains 40% copper, 32% nickel, and rest zinc. Find the mass of zinc in 1 kg of the alloy. In 1 kg of the alloy. Okay. So find the mass of zinc in 1 kg of alloy. Okay. So if so percentage of zinc uh, in alloy is equal to 100 minus 40 plus 32, because the alloy must be made up of copper, nickel, and zinc, and 40% is copper, 32% is nickel, so the rest must be zinc. So the percentage of zinc is 100 minus 100% is assumed to be the entire alloy. So the percentage of zinc will be 100 minus 40 plus 32. This is equal to 100 minus 72, which is equal to 28%. So zinc is 28% in the alloy. So the mass of zinc, so mass of zinc in 1 kg of alloy will be equal to 28% of 1 kg. So this is equal to 28 by 100 of 1 kg. So this is equal to, let's convert the kg, 1 kg into gram. We get 28 by 100 of 1000 gram. This is equal to 28 by 100 multiplied by 1000 gram. This is equal to, if we simplify 28 by 100 multiplied by 1000, it becomes 100 divides 1000 with 10. So 280 gram. So the mass of zinc in 1 kg of alloy is 280 gram. Okay, let's do problem number 19. Balanced diet should contain 12% of protein, 25% of fat, and 63% of carbohydrate. If a child needs 2600 calories in his food daily, find in calories the amount of each of these in his daily food intake. Okay, so it is given that as you can see that a balanced diet, if you sum up the percentages, that is 12%, 25%, and 63%, you see that a balanced diet contains only proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, and the percentage amount of proteins is 12%. The percentage amount of fat in the diet is 25%, and the percentage amount of carbohydrate is 63%. And the entire diet, the diet daily basis, that is the diet per day, contains 2600 calories in his food daily. That is, if a child needs the requirement of a child, the calorie requirement of a child per day is 2600 calories. So find in calories the amount of each of these, uh, that is the amount of protein and fat and carbohydrate in. So we are, the problem is asking what is the percentage of calorie of protein in the daily food intake, and the percentage of calorie of fat and carbohydrate. So it is given that percentage of protein is equal to 12%. So what is given? So we must have 26 calorie must contain 12% of protein So this implies that amount of calorie from protein will be equal to 12% of 2600 calorie. This is equal to 12 by 100 multiplied by 2600 calories. So this is the amount of calories coming from protein in the daily food intake. So this is equal to 26 multiplied by 12 is 52, 26, so 2, 1, 3. So 302 calories is coming from the protein. Similarly, we can say that amount of calorie from fats will be equal to 25% of 2600 calories. Since the total calorie of the daily food intake is 2600, so this is equal to 25%, means 25 by 100 multiplied by 2600, this much calories. So this is equal to 100 cancels out. Now 26 multiplied by 25, 30, 130, 650. So 650 calories is coming from fat. So definitely, so now you can say that the amount of calories coming from the carbohydrate must be equal to 2600 minus the sum of the calories of protein and fat. But from the percentage also you can calculate the amount of calories coming from carbohydrate. So amount of calorie from carbohydrate is equal to, the percentage of carbohydrate is 63. So 63% of 2600 calories. So this is equal to 63 by 100 multiplied by 2600 calories. This is equal to, we have to multiply 63 and 26. 18, 37, 6, 12, 8, 13, 6, 1. So 1638 calories is coming from carbohydrate. Now, if you sum up the calories of carbohydrate, proteins, and fats, you will see it will be 2600. That is, if you sum 312 and 650 and 1638, it will be 2600. So these are the amount of calories. So 312 calories is coming from protein in the daily diet, 650 calories is coming from the fat, and 1638 calories is coming from the carbohydrate. Okay, let's do problem number 20. Gunpowder contains 75% niter and 10% sulfur. Find the amount of gunpowder which carries 9 kg niter. What amount of gunpowder would contain 2.5 kg sulfur? Okay. So the percentage of niter and sulfur in gunpowder is given to be 75% and 10%. Now find the amount of gunpowder which carries 9 kg of niter. Okay. So let x kg of gunpowder contains 9 kg niter. Now in x kg of gunpowder, amount of niter will be equal to, the percentage of niter is given to be 75%. That is 75. It will be 75% of x, because it is given that in a gunpowder 75% is niter. So if we assume that x kg of gunpowder will contain 9 kg of niter, so let's find what will be the amount of niter in x kg of gunpowder based on the percentage. So this will be 75% of x. This will be 75 by 100 multiplied by x. So this amount kg. This 75x by 100 kg will be the amount of niter in x kg of gunpowder. So this implies, it is given that it is asking, so we have assumed that x kg of gunpowder contains 9 kg niter. So this implies 75 multiplied by x divided by 100 has to be equal to 9. So this implies x is equal to 9 divided by 75 by 100, which is equal to 9 multiplied by 100 divided by 75. So 3 divides 75, 25, 3 divides 9, 3, 25 divides 100, 4. This is equal to 12. So 12 kg of niter, so 12 kg of gunpowder will contain 9 kg of niter. So this is the answer of the first part. That is, find the amount of gunpowder which carries 9 kg niter. The second part is what amount of gunpowder would contain 2.5 kg sulfur. So again we have to do it the similar way. Let x kg gunpowder carries 2.5 kg sulfur. This implies that what is the based on the percentage, gunpowder contains 10% of sulfur. So we can say that 10% of x kg is equal to 2.5 kg. Ignoring the, we can then ignore the unit and we can say that 10% of x is equal to 2.5. This implies 10% of x is 10 by 100 multiplied by x is equal to 2.5. So this implies x is equal to 2.5 divided by 10 by 100, which is equal to 2.5 multiplied by 100 by 10, which is equal to 25 kg. So 25 kg of gunpowder will contain 2.5 kg of sulfur. Okay, let's do problem number 21. Divide rupees 7,000 among A, B and C such that A gets 50% of what B gets. It's such that A gets 50% of what B gets and B gets 50% of what C gets. Okay. So let so total amount is given to be rupees 7,000. Let C gets rupees X. We are assuming that C will get rupees X. So this implies B gets, it is given that B gets 50% of what C gets. So B gets 50% of rupees X, which is equal to 50 by 100 into X rupees, which is equal to rupees. If you simplify 50 by 100 into X, it is rupees X by 2. So this is the amount X by 2 is the amount B gets, and we have assumed, based on the fact that we have assumed C gets rupees X. Now it is also given that A gets 50% of what B gets. So we can say that A gets 50% of what B gets. Now B gets rupees X by 2. So it will be 50% of rupees X by 2. This is equal to 50 by 100 multiplied by X by 2. This much rupees. This is equal to rupees X by 4. So we assumed that C gets rupees X, and based on the given information we found that B gets rupees X by 2 and A gets rupees X by 4. Now the total amount is 7,000. So we can say that rupees X plus rupees X by 2 plus rupees X by 4 is equal to rupees 7,000. This implies X plus X by 2 plus X by 4 is equal to 7,000. Now if you simplify the left hand side, that is, if you add all the X terms, you get 4X plus 2X plus X divided by 4 is equal to 7,000. So this implies 7X by 4 is equal to 7,000. This implies X is equal to 7,000 divided by 7 by 4, which is equal to 7,000 multiplied by 4 by 7. And after cancellation, we see it is equal to 4,000. So X is 4,000. That is, C gets X rupees 4,000. So this implies C gets rupees 4,000. B gets rupees 4,000 by 2, which is rupees 2,000. And A gets rupees X by 4. A gets rupees X by 4. So rupees 4,000 by 4, which is equal to rupees 1,000. So these are the amount that A, B, and C gets. C gets 4,000, B gets 2,000, and A gets 1,000. Okay. Let's do problem number 22. Find the percentage of pure gold in 22 karat gold if 24 karat gold is 100% pure gold. If 24% karat gold is 100% pure gold, find the percentage of pure gold in 22 karat gold. Find the percentage of pure gold. Find the percentage of pure gold in 22 karat gold. Find if 24 karat gold is 100%. Is 100%. Find the percentage of pure gold in 22 karat gold. If 24 karat gold is 100% pure, so it is saying that 24 karat gold is 100% pure. Is 100% pure. And we have to find the percentage of pure gold in 22 karat gold. So I think the percentage of pure gold in 22 karat gold will be equal to 22 divided by 24 multiplied by 100, this much percentage, which is equal to 211 to 12, 4, 3, 4, 25. So this is equal to what is 25 multiplied by 11, 25, 25, 275. So this is 275 by 3%, which is equal to 824, 3, 824. This is equal to 991 0.66 percentage. 275 by 3 is 91.66. So 22 karat gold will contain 91.66% of pure gold. Okay. Let's do problem number 13. The salary of an officer is increased by 25%. By what percent should the new salary be decreased to restore the original salary? Okay, so let present salary be X. So a new salary after 25% increase will be equal to 25% more than X, that is 100 plus 25% of X, where X is the present salary. Now 100, this is equal to 125% of X. This is equal to 125 by 100 multiplied by X. This is equal to, if you simplify 125 by 100, it is 5 by 4X. So the new salary is 5X by 4. Now it is asking by what percentage the new salary need to be decreased so that it becomes the present salary. So we can say that required reduce in new salary to make it required reduce in new salary to be equal to original salary, that is the present salary. Original salary will be equal to, so how much the new salary, that is 5X by 4, must be reduced so that it becomes X. That will be 5X by 4 minus X, which is equal to X by 4. Now we have to find the percentage of what percentage is X by 4 of 5X by 4. Remember that it is asking by what percentage should the new salary be decreased. So the percentage has to be based on the new salary. So we have to find percentage of so we have to find what percent is X by 4 of 5X by 4. This is equal to X by 4 divided by 5X by 4 multiplied by 100. This much percentage. Now if we simplify, it becomes X multiplied by 4 divided by 4 multiplied by 5X multiplied by 100. This much percentage. So 4 cancels out, 5 cancels 100 with 20, excess cancels out, so this is 20%. So the new salary must be reduced by 20% so that it becomes the original salary. So this brings to an end in solving the remaining problems of exercise 9A from the chapter of percentage. I hope this video was beneficial. You got the idea how to apply the concepts of the percentage to solve the problems, various patterns of problems and the word problems from the concepts you have already learned in your previous class, that is class 7. So if this video was beneficial, please like it, share it with your friends, and please support me by subscribing to my channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. In the next video, I will solve the objective questions, that is exercise 9B from the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. So please stay tuned for the next video, and thanks for watching, and until the next video, take care and bye.